Happy Valentine's Day. I just wanted to share a quick little sunset with y'all. It's not as pretty as it was when I first headed in this direction. It was completely brazen with purples and pinks and just lit up, just glorious and something to behold. But I figured if anything, I could just send out a lot of love, a lot of my heart and soul to all of y'all out there, no matter what you're going through. Today is a day to recognize and love yourself first. I am in the house. I am alive. I am grateful. I'm grateful for everything I have in my life right now, and I'm just at peace within. A little sleepy. Been a long 24 hours. Actually, been a long 36 probably. Happy Valentine's Day, Jason, Sosina. Hi, Amanda, beautiful. So I'm over here at the waterfront. I just was reflecting earlier today. I was kind of looking through some of my old writings and noticing how sometimes we just get caught up in everything that's going on around us that we don't really appreciate when we have the peace within us, or maybe the peace in our space and that sacredness of allowing ourselves to be in the moment, right? You know, I'm getting up close and personal over here, and I'm trying to fix my lighting a little. So, as the sun is setting, I want to dance in the winds because it is really nice out. And this time I brought a jacket. Buddy was all excited. So I said, you know what? He deserves his own little buddy love walk, his Valentine's Day celebration, and to sniff out all the other doggies along the way. And he tends to want to really just leave his mark because he's the big dog in the house. So I think we all want to leave our mark, though, don't we? We want to be remembered. We want to be felt. We want to be seen and heard. And really we want to be loved. And that's what it really boils down to. The way that we connect with one another is we look for things in another person we can relate to connect us. When in reality, it's even the uniqueness that doesn't even necessarily relate, that we relate because of the authenticity of people being themselves. And so I had written something a long time ago regarding labels that I'll share later, and how labels take us out of the opportunity to get to know one another. It also is a disservice to ourselves when we place a label on ourselves, because now we've put ourselves in a box. And when you put yourself in a box, you don't allow yourself to grow and to be appreciated for who you are in the moment, or who you are, period. And so really it's time for all of us to step into our personal power, our being, our whoever, whatever our soul came to express. As I like to say in the morning, may I align with the flow of my soul and allow it to make me whole, right? Because when I can step into what is sometimes uncomfortable and unknown, that in itself is just opening up that courage and that vulnerability to not knowing and just surrendering, committing to surrendering, being something unique without having to have a vision of what it is. Even just a sensation of it is enough. The freedom is really in the release of the resistance, or the holding back, or trying to be something we're not. We have to allow natural expression to unfold in our lives, and to hold ourselves sacred at all times, because that gives others permission to do the same as well, right? So when I rise and you rise, then we all rise, and we have to step into that personal power and that ability to know what's right for us and good for us, and it's going to catapult us into the wholeness and the truth of who we were meant to be. So serving sometimes can just be being in your own authenticity and your vulnerability and your courage and your strength. It's all encompassing, it's all embracing, but it's sometimes a little scary. So don't fear the unknown. Yes, the sunset, it was so pretty earlier. Some things in life are certain, but the expression of the certainty is going to be different every time now, isn't it? Just like us as beings, it's certain when we wake up in the morning that we'll have certain things. They just may appear differently than they really are. So we have to be open to change, because change is happening at all times. But to just hold steady, stay true to you, breathe, no matter what, no matter how difficult things may seem, remember to breathe. If anything, it'll take you out of anything that is feeling uneasy, because when we breathe, we're allowing energy to flow, life to grow, expand, contract, expand, contract. Whenever I find myself going into an anxiety or an emotion, right, I have to catch my breath. I have to recognize, where am I breathing? Am I holding on to it? Because when we resist breathing, we're holding and cutting off that life force, and that can't happen. We have to continue to live. So if I have a wish for anything, it's a wish that we all embrace just the moment. I was reading a quote earlier about how, and I'm paraphrasing, whenever we're not in the present, we're in the future, in the past, we're losing sight of the moment, this present moment, and we're not living. We're completely absent and void of the moment, of life itself. We're living in illusion. We're living outside the box of reality. The real reality is right here, right now. When we go into the trauma of this happened there and this is going to happen, it's taken us out of now. And you know, there really is such a thing. It is the power of now. It really is about being in the moment. Because the only thing that's going to dictate the present, or the only thing that's going to dictate the future, is really the present and how present you are. So the more presence you bring to the moment, the more life that you'll bring to each moment and the momentum that builds. So I just wanted to stop in and say, Happy Valentine's Day. I love you all. I was just thinking of you when I came down to this beautiful sunset. I hope you're having a peaceful, reflective, loving day. Draw a bath. Jump on in it. I think that's a good idea, actually. Pet a dog, a cat, an animal. Get those happy hormones going. Do you know that when you have an animal, a pet, they can easily shift you like that? Pet them, cuddle them, give them huggies. Even huggies, you know, hugs are great for the loving hormones, the oxytocin. See, look at this little buddy. So, like I said, have a very happy holiday, happy Valentine's Day. Celebrate you. You be you. We'll see you later.